Food that needs time and temperature control for safety must be cooled from 135 degrees to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 to 21 Celsius, within 2 hours. And then from 70 degrees to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 to 5 Celsius, or lower in the next 4 hours. Remember, this is a two-stage process, 2 hours plus 4 hours. Both stages are very important, and it's critical that you keep your eye on the clock, especially during the first stage. That's because while microorganisms grow well in the temperature danger zone, they grow much faster at temperatures between 125 degrees and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 52 and 21 Celsius. So food must pass through this temperature range quickly to minimize this growth. Cooling the food to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius, within 2 hours allows it to pass quickly and safely through the most dangerous part of the temperature danger zone. But if food hasn't reached 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius within 2 hours, you have to either throw it out or reheat it and cool it again. Keep in mind that if you can cool the food from 135 degrees to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 to 21 Celsius, in less than 2 hours, you can use the remaining time to cool it to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 Celsius or lower. However, the total cooling time cannot be longer than 6 hours. For example, if you cool food from 135 degrees to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 to 21 Celsius in 1 hour, you have the remaining 5 hours to get the food to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 Celsius or lower. As always, check your local regulatory requirements. These are reliable times and temperatures, but make sure you check them against your local requirements. Now, when you're talking about cooling food, let's start with the big don't. You should never place large quantities of hot food in a refrigerator to cool. That's because refrigerators are designed to keep cold food cold. Most are not designed to cool hot food quickly. Besides that, placing hot food in a refrigerator may raise the internal temperature of the cooler. You can be warming up the interior and putting all the food stored there at risk. Before you start cooling food, you should begin by reducing its size to more workable portions. This allows it to cool faster. So cut large food items into smaller pieces or divide large containers of food into smaller containers or shallow pans. Once you've done that, there's a number of ways to cool food quickly and safely. Now here's the 3 most common methods. 1, you can put the food in an ice water bath. You divide the food into smaller containers, then place them into a sink or large pot filled with ice water. Then stir the food frequently to cool it faster and more evenly. 2, food will cool even faster if you stir it with an ice paddle. An ice paddle is hollow, so it can be filled with ice or with water and then frozen. 3, you can place food in a blast chiller or tumble chiller. Now, blast chillers move cold air across food at high speeds to remove heat. They're especially useful in chilling large quantities of food like several pans of chili. Whenever you can, use a combination of these methods to cool food quicker. That's enough on cooling. Proper reheating of food has to be done just as carefully. Food that needs time and temperature control for safety that has been previously cooked, then reheated for hot holding, must be moved through the temperature danger zone as quickly as possible. You'll need to reheat it to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 Celsius, for 15 seconds within 2 hours. If the food hasn't reached this temperature within 2 hours, throw it out.